Hi guys, my name's Mark from Blast Kiteboarding. I'm here today to talk to you about the new Majestic X. That's just the bag it comes in, but it kind of gives you a bit of a heads up that you know you're dealing with something a little bit special when they provide a bag like that just for your harness. So this is the harness. It's been a long awaited harness. It's been in the pipeline. They've been developing it for, I think it's about 2 years. What they've done is they've been looking at the market and the way the market's been going with the solid carbon fibre harnesses that have been around for a while, but obviously they don't want to just bring out another fiberglass carbon fibre rigid harness. They wanted to come out with something better. So what they've done is they've looked at the best points of the carbon fibre rigid harnesses and also the negatives, the positives and the negatives, and they try to come out with a harness, and I think they have, to be honest. I think, you know, I've been wearing it now for a month or so. This is the one I've been wearing here, and yeah, I think they've done a really good job. It's an expensive harness, don't get me wrong, it's really expensive, as are most of these carbon fibre ones now, but when you actually see it up close, and I don't know whether you can really kind of begin to kind of see the quality of this harness is absolutely, it's really is first class, which you'd expect, to be honest. When you're paying that sort of amount of money, you'd expect. So what's different about it? Well, they've come out with it's a bionic core on it. Basically what it means is it is rigid here, but it's been allowed to twist, and this is the important bit. It can still twist. I don't know whether you can kind of see that, but it does still twist laterally then as well. So it's also a lot smaller. It sits in the lower part of your back. When you compare it to something like the normal Majestic, so this is one of the current models in the Majestic with a memory foam inside. This is a lot deeper than this one. So this one sits in, it's small, it's got the rigidity in it. It's got what they call a intelligent viscoelastic foam. So this foam in the back here, it kind of forms to your lower part of your back. And then it has the normal thermo-molded foam in the sides here. And that's also grippy, so it stops it from moving around. So when you put it on and you do it up tight, you cinch these down, and you know, it's really easy to get it really like tight on your waist, which you obviously have to have. It's locked in, it won't move at all. We now have on this one, we have a slider bar, which is obviously more towards the surf orientated kiting. But having said that, I've been using a slider bar now for probably 5 or 6 years, and I couldn't go back to a fixed hook. And I do a bit of everything. My main focus has always been wave riding. That's where my true love is. However, it can get it with the rigid fixed hook as well, like this one. This is their new clicker bar system. Now on this, it's also got a very tidy little feature. It's got a new place to put your leash. So you can now get the really small little leashes. So this is one of the small little leashes. So that attaches by there. So you can see how small that is. It's a tiny little leash. So it's not going to get caught around your knees and doing all that type of thing when you're doing, you know, when you're wave riding and when you're normal kind of riding. So the leash is attached to the front rather than the back. So that if you're getting dragged by the kite, if it's at the back, you're obviously not going to be able to get to it. Now you're going to be dragged from the front, and I can get to the quick release, and it's a much safer option in my opinion. So the other thing of note with it, as well as being really small, it's got a lot of foam, soft padded foam around the edges, as well as that that intelligent foam in the back there, the viscoelastic foam, and it's light. You know, it's quite lightweight. I've been surprised when I've been wearing it now for quite a few, well, it's probably about a month or so now, and I've been wearing it primarily wave riding, but I've also been out in really powered up in like 40 knots on a twin tip and boosting, and it's still really comfortable. I don't really notice I've got it on. With other harnesses, I kind of, after a while, I'm like tightening it back up and I get a little bit uncomfortable, but with this harness, it's been, I put it on, I forget about it. It's a lot of money. It's a high-end harness. If it's not for you, well then obviously there's a lot of other harnesses in the range, going from something like the Drip, which is a fraction of the cost of the Majestic, but it doesn't offer the same sort of comfort. And well, it has comfort, but it doesn't have. If you're going to be out there for hours, this might be just a bit too soft in the longevity of it, of a long session. You've got then the ever popular Warrior. Still, it's probably I think it's the longest running harness now in available. Been around for too many years. I can't remember when I first saw it. It would have been around about 2000 and early 2000s, whenever. And then you've got something like the Majestic, which has got the memory foam, and it's like super comfortable. But if you want something more minimalistic but still like locked in, well, then this is going to be the one to go for. When it's on, if I show it to you, so you can see it's a lot smaller than when you've got one of these other larger harnesses like this. It's a cut down, more minimalistic, and you really don't feel that you've got it on. It sits in the lower back here, and it doesn't ride up. It stays in that position. So whether I've got the kite down, you know, riding on a wave, or if I've got the kite up when I'm boosting, it still doesn't move about. So all in all, a really comfy, quality, super high-end harness from Mystic. Really stoked with it. So regardless of the price, regardless of the fact that it is a high-end, they're already proven to be a popular seller. Yeah, an amazing harness. Okay, thanks guys. For more information, head over to www.blastkiteboarding.co.uk. If you like the video and you want to see more reviews like this, press subscribe, and also just comment below. Thanks very much. Speak to you again.